This racing show, sort of, kind of, maybe. Anyway, good morning. Let's see here. So, we are going to practice uh, Daily Race C, which will take effect in 22 hours. Yeah, about 22 hours. 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time is when they switch the tracks over. At least that's been my experience. Um, I'm pretty much flying solo right now, and probably will for this broadcast, mainly because Kadal and Adawan both are still sleeping, and actually everybody's still sleeping. The only reason why I'm awake is because I just got off work. So, let's see here. Go to my page. As you can tell, I'm still a B-rated driver. I really need to change that car photo. I'll probably take some snapshots of practice today. So I'm a baby B. Let's go over here and do our usual look-see. Kadal is a very, 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 very solid D on his way back to C. Good to see. Good to see. Let's see here. Next is still a C-rated driver. He hasn't done any racing that I'm aware of. Well, no, he's had to do some because the sportsman rating is an A instead of an S. We'll have to talk to my offspring about that. Explain yourself, little man. Let's see. Adawan. Slightly higher B than me, I believe. He is signed with Renault. Good deal. For those of you that don't know, or when you find this, we've got another exhibition series. We were all led to believe that when the big update hit, which was 1.31, they were actually going to do a full-blown Manufacturers and Nation Cup series, but no, we're still in the exhibition phase. I think they're trying to iron a few things out. Polyphony has been tapped by the International Olympic Committee to represent esports. So Gran Turismo 7 is now an official Olympic regulated esport event, if that makes any sense. Let's see who else we got here. Oh, Island. Can't forget about Island. And Island is a solid B driver. Good on you. He is signed with Jaguar. As you can tell by mine, I'm still signed with Ford. Just because I found that I drive Fords better. I do. Let's see. So I've already set this track up. So what we're going to do is because I am a Ford driver, just come over here. I'm not going to start in my normal race car, but I see me coming back to it. We are going to start with the Mustang. So next week's race, this week's race, depending upon last month's race. Anyway, the race is 12 laps around Watkins, Glen, the entire long course. And racing hards, 6 times tire, 2 times fuel. Yeah, it's just going to be, yeah. This will be the first full week of Group 3 racing. Since the update. Definitely tell them on hard tires. Yep. Nice little half-second one. Trying to see if I remember my brake pads. Okay, now that we got the silly penalty out of the way, let's see what we can do here. So far, so good. So this track is the reason why I got into the Ford GT Le Mans Race Car. Because this is the track that I went through and was in the process. I was driving the Z4 pretty much exclusively on Group 3 races, and 160 miles an hour. Did it without a penalty. Happy days. I think it's a little slow, but with the new physics, yeah, that's a penalty. There it is. But hey, I'm consistent. 151.3. But with the new physics, I mean, it's... Oh, this is atrocious. Like I was saying, I don't know if I actually completed the sentence or not, but with the new physics, you don't know what is good and what is bad. That was atrocious. Took that way too wide. Way too wide. I thought that felt so. So this will be the last lap of the Mustang. Alrighty. Set the parking brake. Alrighty. So my best in this car, putting everything all together, would have been a 150.033. Okay, so this particular track has got 4 different sectors. And then, of course, you can tell each sector accordingly. I don't know if I can scroll up. No, it won't let me scroll up to sector 1. But anyway, you've got the individual sectors. Then your last lap, which my last lap was 150.896. My best lap was a 150.622. But if you go through and the computer will do the calculations and take your best time from the individual sectors and give you your optimum time had you done everything correctly in that car on that particular setup. Mine happens to be a 150.033. At the moment. Okay, so we'll go through and jump in the test car. Okay, so the way that I'm doing this for the 4 Fords in order, I did the Mustang. Now I'm going to do the Le Mans spec test car. Then I will do the 2018 race car. I'll jump in Whittleman's 2018. So this is Whittleman's, this is Little Bits, and that is the one that Ford gave me because I signed with them. And then, of course, I bought all of these. But this track is the reason why I have this car. This is the one that I retired because I found that this drove better than this, even after I did the body rigidity and stuff like that. And I made the comment before, Gran Turismo 7 will go through and make you do certain things for vehicle maintenance, to include retiring a car when it is done. So, yeah. And then, yeah, pretty much, yeah. Group 3 race cars, Ford gives you 4 different options. They give you the Mustang, They give you the Le Mans test car, which I'm about to get into. They give you the Le Mans race car, and then they give you the actual Ford GT 2018 Group 3 car, which was Ford's actual race car up until last year. And then they didn't have a car. But starting this year, they've got the Group 3 Mustang, which I got to be honest, I was kind of hoping we were going to get that car, but that is not the car we got. So, anywho, so let's jump in rolling, shall we? Let's do the settings, get it on the hard tires. There we go, and of course. Yeah, they're taking away 89 horsepower and adding 410 pounds to that car. Lordy, it's so bad, I swear to God it is. Really? I just touched the line, I didn't cut the line. Blasphemy. Okay. Alrighty, so on hard tire races, and I've made this comment before, on hard tire races, everybody and their brother jumps in a mid-engine. Not because there's some magical little fact of a mid-engine, it's just with the body weight being what it is. You're on hard tires, which are kind of slippery and slippery as it is. What this does is it gonna, oh yeah, but it's gonna slow me up too far. Yep, half-second penalty. Mid-engine cars are the preferred car on hard tires. Okay. That just happened. And yes, on my practice track, I've got everything turned on just like it would be in the race. Now these are all pretty much just wide open, and yeah, you've got some twisty bits, but for the most part, like this first sector, once you make that sharp right-hand turn, you're wide open. And it's gonna go. Can a brother have a lap without a paddle? Is that going to be possible? That would have been faster had I not screwed that fill up. Okay, so yeah, there comes a point where you just need to, yeah. Okay, so let's see what this tells us. Okay, so best with a 150.1, so my test car is faster than my Mustang. Now keep in mind, I mean, these are literally the first laps that I'm putting on these cars, no practice, no nothing, okay? So this isn't exactly the most scientific method. I'm just literally taking 5 to 10 laps, depending upon how it goes. And I gotta be honest, I was gonna stop at 5 because, I mean, my first 2 laps in this car were penalties. It's just a matter of learning it. So, but my optimum, the best I could have pulled off was a 149.6. So, I mean, that's... Actually, I have no idea where that puts me because nobody knows with the new physics. I mean, tomorrow is going to be like a very interesting day for everybody because nobody has raced these physics before. And so for the tracks, the cars, it's all new because, okay, so the Group 4 cars got a buff. They did. They got a buff. The Group 3 cars got nerfed. Okay, I get the fact you guys probably don't know what that means because it's kind of like a Call of Duty thing. They made the Group 4 cars more powerful and the Group 3 cars less powerful. So, yeah. Okay, so that was the test car. Next up is the race car, the 2018. And then let's go to car settings. Oh, I already got hard tires on it. Okay, so this car, I want to learn. I do, I really and truly do, and I actually gave serious consideration to just throwing caution to the wind and being like, you know what, I'm just going to be in this car all week long. God, what was it? Red Bull Ring. I think it was in Little Bit's car. I ran her car all that week for the most part. I would jump in my car to like test it. So, but I mean, the bulk of the week was actually spent in that car. That was actually the only track that I found so far where I can do well in that car. So, alrighty. So let's see if we can do this without touching the line. Okay, now this particular car has got a lot of advantages to it. Of the 4 Fords, this one, I mean, you can still do it, but this one you're less likely to have that inadvertent spin out on. So, it's important I just hammer down halfway through that corner. In the Mustang and in the test car and in my Le Mans race car, I will lose the ass in if I'm too aggressive on that thing. That was the bad. Now, in any other car that I've tested, that would have sent me into that barrier head first in an angry fashion. Okay, so mid-engine cars suffer from something called a mid-engine shift. Some of it is very pronounced, some of it is very subtle. For me personally, this car, the mid-engine shift is very pronounced. And the shift points are totally different on all the cars, so nope, that's penalty. Oh dear. Do not recommend just drifting shit around the corners. So yeah, I'm in an automatic transmission, so that's why you're seeing me hit my brakes quite a bit. Like I said, this thing will grip. I can't believe that actually happened. I gotta be honest. Not that I caught air, but the fact of I beat the test car in this car. The funny part about it is I went through and told Cadell, I was like, you need to buy one of these cars to try it out. Interesting. Very, very interesting. And according to this optimum time, it's 1:49.617. Very interesting. Huh. Alrighty. Oh, there it is. And then this is my car. But yeah, this track is the reason why I have this car. Because I was using the Z4, I was farting around, jumped in the AMG, did good with that, and then jumped in this. And after jumping in this, I was like, oh, I need more of this in my life. Oh! This thing has been my baby ever since. Well, except for immediately following it up with Cataluna, and that was less than. car was one of the cars that took one of the more heavier nerfs. So they see people with manual transmissions are actually able to use the transmission to do a lot of the things that I'm trying to do manually. And it's coming. Okay, one more for good measure. That is surprising and kind of relieving, if that makes any sense. Hang on a second, sending the text message out. Okay, let's see what else I got. Okay, this is where I pull a page out of Cadell's book. Because you see, here's the thing. Okay, so I've got all of these cars, right? So, and they all have their significance. This is my car. This is Little Man's car. This is my old car that I retired. This is Roman's car. This is my car. That is my car. This is Whittleman's Mustang. I mean, all of these have purposes. They do. So, now this is the one that Ford went through and gave me. Now, I could go through and put this color scheme on this car, which I may end up doing because, well, yeah. Uh, okay. Oh shit! I do have the Group 3 McLaren. Yeah, no, that is so Cadell's thing. That is so Cadell's thing. Although I am going to go through and take another page out of Cadell's book. Okay, so Cadell's got this thing, and again, if you ever get a chance, um, go check out his stream, um, and um, later on today. Um, or tomorrow. Well, probably not tomorrow. Um, well, I may be on in the morning tomorrow. Um, Hang on a sec. Alrighty, I'm sorry about this. So the McLaren is a mid-engine. The Huracan is a mid-engine, which is the car that Cadell uses whenever. Do I even have any other tires for that thing? No. Oh, that's right. I got that out of a roulette ticket. That's how I got that car. You guys are literally seeing the first miles put on a Lamborghini by me. All because of Cadell. It's Cadell's fault. I know they keep blaming me, but it's actually his fault. Hang on over. Some messages. Oh yeah, this is a horrible lap. That's about as compliant on that hill as the Ford GT is, the 2018 race car. Go Huracan. Am I seriously going to beat a 2018 time in a damn Lamborghini? Like seriously, I had that thing pegged, and the acid barely came out from behind it. And I floored it there as well. Too much. I just beat my fourth time a damn Lamborghini. You have got to be kidding me. I feel dirty all over. I mean, like, seriously. I just beat my time in a Ford, in a Lamborghini, in 14 miles. 14 miles of driving this car. I beat my time by almost a half second. I feel dirty all over. I do. I feel dirty all over. That's 5 laps. That's a 12-lap race. I mean, even the tires. The tires look better. Am I honestly going to be in a Lamborghini this week? Next week? All right. Well, let's see what else we got. Oh my God. I can't believe that happened. I can't believe that just happened. That just happened. Hang on. I gotta load up, see if I still have somebody in my chat. Because, yeah.
Then when I leave,
Nope. Not seeing anybody. Okay. Leave that like so. You see, and there's no way for me to save that. To like go into spectator view or anything of that nature. Very sound volume. Because I would really love to know how that all looked. Okay, oh, also, okay, I know this is random. Okay, so if you look up on my screen where it says Mez Racing Huracan GT315, the daily workout miles. These miles actually don't count for your daily workout. You have to be in a race for it to count. With that being said, if I were to go over to sport mode and do time trialing there, that would count. So, yeah. I gotta send Cadell a text. That is so weird. That is. But with that being said, I was also starting to realize different ways of taking that track as well. So, tell you what, let's... Actually, you know what, before I do that, hang on, I've got another mid-engine car. Actually, technically, I've got two more mid-engine cars. Okay, so all the Group 3 mid-engine cars I own, McLaren 650, McLaren F1, but this is the BMW-powered F1, and I thought this car was going to finish off my BMW collection, but alas, no, it doesn't. Not that I'm bitter. And then I've got Lamborghini. I've got all of the 4 GTs, and I believe that is it for my mid-engines. And before you ask, yes, at some point I'm going to jump into my original baby, the Z4, and AMG, which I got my first win in Gran Turismo 7 with this car on this track. So Watkins Glen has got like a lot of good memories for me. So alrighty, so next on the menu is this thing. The McLaren F1 GTR BMW 1995. Yeah, now this thing takes a huge power hit. Now you see in VR, this is a center driving car. Screwed that up. Ooh, that's twitchy. That was awesome. Go, 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 go. I got people spending 11 million credits on this car. Well, like Cadal said before, you can't buy a win. Oh yeah, that's atrocious. It's even more atrocious. Actually, that should be a penalty. What? I don't remember telling you to go over there. Ooh, whip it, whip. Oh, I held it together. Aww. And for an $11 million car, I would figure it would have the highest top speed, which it does not. Oh, that is atrocious. Yeah, that's just, yeah, nope. That is so not gonna work. Okay, so. Alright, so 149. So yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and get out of there now. Okay, so the McLaren F1 GTR. Yeah, Cadell drives that thing so much better than I do. So much better than I do. Okay, so let's go with the other McLaren. And then that will end it for all of my mid-engines, which again, at this point in time, the Lamborghini Huracan GT3 2015 is my fastest car, followed by less than a half second, the Ford GT 2018. Now again, I'm a signed Ford driver, so let's go through with the proper tires on. Now, Cadell's got all of these cars, plus he's also got the Porsche, which actually makes sense considering he signed with Porsche. But he had a Porsche prior to signing with them. So okay. A little scared. Okay, so now I drive this car actually fairly well. And when I was deciding on a manufacturer, McLaren was one of the names that I was looking at. Funny part about it is I mean, the Lamborghini hadn't even entered my mind at all. Oh, no. Ooh, hug that corner, very nice. That is my fastest outlap in any car. That was atrocious. I was trying to hold it together. But see, the other part of this is because of the new physics changes, you also have to go through and change everything is changing. Okay, lap 5, McLaren. This is your chance. Last lap, 149.2 with an optimum of 148.8. McLaren 650 at this point in time is my best car. Alrighty. That is intriguing. That is very intriguing. You see, I don't own a Porsche, so, and no, I'm not going down and buying one either. Okay, so cars that are definitely out of contention. Let's load up the screen. So at this point in time, the cars that are absolutely out of the contention are the test car, the Mustang, the F1, McLaren. Well, if we go with, and my car is out of contention. Okay, let's get back in this. No, let's get back. Actually, you know what? Let's go buy one. Now, let's get in this. Have I put any miles on this? No. These are the first miles. Alright. So. Really? I just touched it. Didn't I do that last time I got in here? When I was in Whittleman's? Serve my 3-second warning. Okay, I could actually beat my McLaren time if I could keep this blasted thing on the track and not get track penalties. Just figure out a way of tightening that up. Oh, lordy. Okay, so for ease of use, now I went through and I said that Cadal was a Porsche sign driver now. The way that a lot of people look at the McLaren is as a baby Porsche. Okay, that was just a shit laugh. Okay, let's try this. And the McLaren, obviously, is where I got my 149 from. Now, all of my 150s and even my 149.9, I had track penalties because I violated them. Oh, that's ugly. Okay. So I violated track penalties, so I mean, I could be better with this car. I could. 8 laps. And the driver's side tires are just half worn. The nice part about it is a 12-lap race. So pretty much it is an endurance, how can I put this? It's an endurance sprint race. And of course, I'm just making up my own terminology now. Essentially, the way that I look at it is any race that doesn't require you to make a pit stop. So like your hard tire races where it's 1 times fuel, 1 times tire, typically over in 15 minutes or less. I consider those sprint races. This is unique in the respect of, on average right now, I'm looking at a minute 49. It's a 12-lap race. So you're looking easily at over 22, 24 minutes. Your really fast races will probably be somewhere at around 21.5 for your like A plus S rated, like really high speed, low drag lobbies. So this isn't a sprint race because it's longer than 10 to 15 minutes, but you don't have to make a pit stop because obviously the race will go through. It's kind of like when they brought in Grand Valley Highway. Okay, I love that race, by the way. And that was a race that I actually used my car on. So now, with that being said, make no mistake about it, okay? I am not opposed to racing a McLaren or Lamborghini next week. I'm not, at all, in any way, shape, form, or fashion. It's just, I signed with Ford, and like when I was signed with BMW, even though the M4 at the time was a horrendous car, I still raced it because I was a BMW signed driver. Yes, I know it's a racing sim. I don't get paid for it. Nobody at Ford knows who the hell I am. I get that. But on the flip side of that, it's like one of my own like moral character flaws. But on the flip side of that, I mean, I would like to be able to. I don't want to be an A-rated driver yet because I just signed with this series, and personally, I still consider myself a solid C driver. So just to break up the monotony, because again, I've gone through every mid-engine car I have. So, whereas I don't own a Porsche, that is pretty damn close. It's just, it's not as, so with this car, it's a trade-off. It's not as fast as a Porsche, but it handles better than a Porsche. Whereas this and this is faster. They don't handle quite as refined. Okay, so let's jump back into my original baby. Get off the mediums and get onto the hard. She likes it hard. That's almost funny. Okay, so all my other cars, okay, they have literally taken like over in excess of 100 horsepower away. And they've added in excess of 100 pounds. The BMW Z4, they took away all of what is that, 21 horsepower, and they added all of 10 pounds. That is hilarious. Okay. Come on, Zed. Or, as I've affectionately called it before in the past, the Pocket Viper. Because the Dodge Viper, the AMG, and the Z4 all share the same body design, they're just of different sizes. So you have the full-size Viper, which is the Dodge Viper, and then you got the mid-size Viper, the AMG, and then you've got the Pocket Viper, which is this little mammogram. Pretty much how I used to throw this thing around on the track before. Okay, so, and therein lies, okay, so, this thing isn't a powerful car, okay, whereas it got a little bit of a buff on the performance points. This thing is still towards, like, the bottom of the roads. Even this little Pocket Viper is throwing the ass end out, whereas the McLaren, the Ford GT, and the Huracan, much to my surprise, I could, like, seriously get into the gas very soon. Oh, a drift champion I am not. Oh, there's a chance I could be slap happy. But then again, in my defense, I've been up all night. Okay, so let's get this thing going again. Okay, so I go into the corner like I did in the McLaren, okay? I'm right here. Start giving it gas. See, this is why they go through and they say that mid-engine cars on hard tires are best, because you've got the weight of the engine down on the hard tire. So it helps with a little bit of grip, depending upon the car and the horsepower and so on and so forth. As we already determined with the McLaren F1 95 BMW powered, and both of my Ford GT Le Mans spec cars, just because you've got the extra weight doesn't mean it's going to hold down all the tires. So as a result, those cars have more power than the other three that I can get 3/4 of the way through that corner, hammer down, and it will grip and hold. but there's a caveat with that statement. Hang on a second. So as a result, those mid-engine cars on certain corners on this track will drive like a front-engine rear-wheel drive car. Now, the caveat to that is I am on a controller, okay? I'm not on a wheel. I'm not on any of that. So, things to keep in mind. And I am not even going to, yeah. I really don't want to back out because, hang on. Hang on, I'm being fussed at in my chat by Kadal. Okay, valid point, valid point. No, Kadal does not have all the tires for the Huracan. Wait a minute, I thought he bought those. I could have swore I saw that in one of his streams. Then again, it could be because I've been up all night. Okay, so let's go back here. So we started the stream off in the Mustang. That was a horrendous, like, huge, like, And then I won in the Mercedes AMG. So let's see if... Let's see what this does. I see, again, took over 100 horsepower, but they didn't add any weight to it. Interesting. So all they did was choke the engine. Interesting. Go, gadget fingers. Okay, so this is the mid-size Viper. Now you see the Dodge Viper actually doesn't spin out on corners very easy either. Okay, so on this track, even with the new physics and the Group 3 cars, there is a way to go through and take that corner by just lifting. That is my fastest out. Yeah, 143 dead is my fastest out lap of any of the cars that I've done. This could be interesting. Am I going to have a reunion of my first car? That shouldn't be a penalty. No, no. Now, my back tire was in the process of drifting. Okay, so my back tire was on the track. I shouldn't be getting a 1 second penalty. I'm filing a complaint. Oh. Smacking the shit out of shit. Alright. Okay, we should get it together. Come on. Come on. Come on. Sink, lift, and hammer. And brake, and turn, and hammer. Okay, so with the new physics, whereas it used to be the 200 board, I'm finding that after the 300 board, just as the 300 board leaves your view, hit the brakes, and then glide around that corner, then put your foot to the floor, stay on the floor, depending upon the car, anywhere between the 300 board and the Marshall box on your left. Right after the second one, turn in, hit a late apex, as soon as you can, give it the beans, and then it used to be between the 200 and the 100, but I guess with the new physics you need to do it as soon as you pass the 200 board, and then right for the 100 board. Brake, turn, beans, give it the beans, and then hammer down. Am I going to be the 149.2 and put well? Oh dear Lord, looky there. 148.6 in the Merc, which again, this car was my very first win on Gran Turismo. It's a reunion! Although this mamma jammer, if I am going to race this thing next week, is getting a new paint job and all that other good stuff. Probably could have held it down. But I got gun shy. It was my fault. Well, so far I'm consistent. Missed the apex on that. It's going to cause me some time. Lift. Brake. No, I do not recommend you do that. Come on. Again, front engine, rear-wheel drive cars, it's... Oh, that's penalty. Why didn't I get a penalty? I should have got a penalty. Now, the one thing to keep in mind is, okay, and we found this out, so myself, Kadal, Adawan, and a few others decided we were going to go through and have our own little league, and then my work schedule went to shit, so the league kind of disappeared a little bit. The way the cars drive here is not how they necessarily drive when you're in sport mode, so yeah. Another thing I'm noticing is the problem with the Merc is it's not off. Okay, I broke way too soon on that one. Okay, set the e-brake. Let's go through this. Okay, so my best lap was a 148.6. My optimum lap is a 148.5. So, with that being said, it appears that in the Merc, everything that I was doing was pretty much the best I could do. Okay. Yes, I did get my best time in the Lambo, and then I beat it. Okay, apparently Kadal has decided to go back to bed. So, which is totally understandable. Alright. 148.6. Very, 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 very good. Very good. It's nice to see that I can still run that car. I can still run that car on that track. Now, with that being said, now the problem with the Dodge Viper and the Mercedes AMG is it's got a lot of weight in the front end. So when you go in hard to a corner with those cars, they will have a tendency to go through and understeer like there is no tomorrow. Alrighty. Let's throw the Viper on the hearts and then see what our latest comment was. Oh, dear Lord, yes. Yes, Cadell, we know you're in VR. You're the cool kid. I'm the nerd. You're the guy running around with Nikes and Levi 501s with the members-only jacket, and I'm running around in Rite Aid sneakers and Walmart shorts, okay? Whatever. Anywho, I'm not as cool as Cadell. Actually, Cadell and Adawan both have got some really, really, really good gear, and I feel extremely lucky to be able to race with these guys because they are very high caliber people. Seriously, you're not going to add any weight to the damn Merc, but you're going to add, what is that, 41 pounds to the Viper? Really? And you're going to take away, what is that, 164 horsepower? It's a conspiracy against American manufacturers. That's what it is. It's a conspiracy. They're still mad that we bombed the hell out of them. I'm just playing. Okay, let's see how the Dipper does. Shift already, damn. But in the Viper, I can take that curve in third gear. That's a bonus. Okay, clean lap, clean lap. Clean lap, just one clean lap. Come on, let's go. I'm a tenth off. Well, almost 2/10. No, I'm not half second off. And I got a penalty. And I'm driving into a wall. Alrighty, so. Whereas I had the second fastest out lap, I just, yeah. Okay. No, wrong one. Went too far over. All right, well, oh, why the hell not? Okay, so I have described this car in the past as a schizophrenic redheaded stepchild. Let's see if that still holds true. See, really? They took away, and they only, oh my God, I'm telling you, that they are just banging it to the American cars. They really are. They're banging it to the American cars. Really? 3-second penalty? Coming out of the damn lap. This is just wrong on so many levels. Good morning, Kadal, and welcome to the stream.
Good morning, America. To quote a cliche TV movie years and years ago.
Okay. We're going to take it down to third gear in that one.
Yeah. I wasn't going to bother popping on stream. Turn my heater on. As I was saying, I wasn't going to bother popping on stream until you're not cool kids comment. And on that note, it's alright, damn, this shit's on. For your viewers, self-included, for them to know, for future reference, that A, PSVR changes the physics of driving. Not because I'm cool and I have cool kid stuff. But I am cool. I do have cool kid stuff.
I was about to say.
But it really does change the physics. Okay, so the Viper handles much more accurately on VR than it does on a flat screen with a controller.
Right.
That being said, can I make any sense of time or place in it on this track? I don't know. I actually don't even think I took it out yet.
Alright. Let's go. Okay, one clean lap. Give me one clean lap in the M6. My little schizophrenic redheaded stepchild.
Which...
Yeah, I went through and I took a page out of your book because you went through and you'd made the comment one time that you'll set your best time and then you'll jump in the
Lamborghini and beat it.
So it was like, well, if Cadell can do it, I can do it.
And you did it.
I did. And
yeah, I know, because I was watching the replay part of it because I was catching up after you woke me up with your text. So I was like, and you started to get right into a very, very good story, and then it went away. We're like, do I even have tires for this thing? And I'm like, really, what happened to the rest of the story about me? I'm not narcissistic by any means. I actually just adore when people talk about me. I'm a Leo. This is my forte.
I know, I'm a Leo as well. Okay.
I know, which is just amazing we even get along.
Actually, I found that you see, and that was one of those redheaded schizophrenic points.
Moments.
Yeah.
I haven't tried the M6 yet. I haven't tried the M6. I haven't tried the Viper. I think I tried the Corvette. I tried a lot of cars. I just can't remember what ones I've tried. Can't see my brain right now. Oh, wait. I guess I did get first place in my Franken Nissan.
Yeah, I saw that, and I was kind of like, but then again, as it pertains to like roulette tickets, I get the lowest common denominator, and you end up with, you've gotten more free engine. I don't think I've actually gotten a free engine.
I do a lot of cafe books just for engines, so. Like a lot of those extra cafe books, that's their roulette ticket rewards engines. I like Frankenstein things.
Yeah, so...
Did I even take the Huracan out for a trial?
No, you have not. Yes, you did, and it did not go well.
My glasses are ruining my VR.
Yeah, I'm still 1.6 slower in this than... Another schizophrenic moment.
Now, when I say my glasses are ruining my VR, I don't mean that because I wear glasses, it ruins my VR experience. My glasses are actually starting to damage my VR lenses. So I need new glasses. Okay.
Hi, Cadell.
Hi.
Okay, and that was in third gear. Third gear and still spun out. And
I am confused. I put my VR headset back on, take over the auto drive, and I am facing backwards on the track. Mr. Blackman, do you have any reasonable explanations for that situation?
Canadians drive on the wrong side of the road?
I was thinking, Blackman Heritage probably spun me around in circles while I was not at the wheel.
I promise you faithfully, you were ghosted when I went by you. And
Okay.
you were already facing the wrong direction. So, again.
So apparently not even the computer can drive this car.
Alright, so. Now.
I'm happy.
Where am I at? Oh, let's try Nix's car.
Right, so speaking of that, is he still driving manual on the controller?
Yes.
Good for him.
Yeah, I mean, I'm extremely proud of him. I mean, he doesn't race as much as we do. And
He still puts in good times when he does.
Yeah, he really and truly does.
Now I have to see if I can find a lens buffing kit. Because I got glass on glass scratches. You know, the ones you used to get looking down the book of periscopes?
Uh-huh.
When you wear glasses? Not, I do say periscopes, not
I know.
scopes. As you're not allowed using a scope or a rifle attached to said scope if you wear glasses. Which is why Canadian Armed Forces always repair freaking shooter's eyes. And I could get my eyes repaired for a whopping $5,000. But if I'm going to spend $5,000, I'm going to spend it on my new rig. Courtesy of, I ain't one of those mother truckers that can get people to send them stuff for reviews.
You would not be alone in that.
Oh, I know.
Actually, I was kind of surprised at how well that the DBR9 held on that corner. I may be able to push this car.
Yeah, I've had about a week of pretty much sleepless nights. We're going on day 5 now, so little girl's cold should be breaking any moment.
And Dad said, Amen.
She's not in the hospital this time, at least. But I did put the oxystat monitor on her yesterday, and she was down to 90% oxygen saturation with a 145 heart rate. So it was a matter of cooling her off at that point in time to get her heart rate lowered.
Right, but I mean, at her age, her heart rate was elevated, but not so much that I would have been concerned.
Yeah.
But then again, my medical training is a little bit more extensive than yours, so no point am I even trying to imply that I'm faulting you for your concern.
Never thought you were. At all. And I know your stream has been going on for a long time, but I'm making radical adjustments to my English vernacular and trying not to throw in the F words as much as possible.
I appreciate that.
Yes, so does Alex. Alright, so you comfortable with the track yet?
Yeah.
So I'm going to So it's not a glitch. Now I thought it was a glitch on the Pujo that I'm not sitting in the car when I'm in VR. I'm in a group / this. So apparently there all those particular type of cars, certain VGT cars, that there is no cockpit view for.
Oh, okay.
That happens to be one of them, which is really annoying because I can look through the window and see the driver. If you can see the driver, you should be the driver.
Nix is going to be able to get on here and like just run circles in this car, but unfortunately, I'm not one of those guys. But then again, I mean, that is the one thing that I was extremely proud of him as well, is the fact that he did listen to our advice when he was trying to pick a manufacturer. It was like, pick a car and stay in that car.
Test it out, and if you think you're going to do good with it, stick with it. I've signed 4 different manufacturers. I love these exhibitions. I really do. It's truly the best thing they come up with is the manufacturer's exhibition. If you want to see how you're going to do with a certain manufacturer, sign with them for the exhibition. Go through the exhibition and see how you do. Excuse me. Apologize for sneezing in everybody's ears. I am on the tail end of said cold that has my daughter down as well. That, I don't know. I think I have to make it. Appointment. Because surprisingly, for somebody who has a nose as big as mine, you think the damn thing would work.
But no, it does not.
It doesn't.
Oh, this is the bad. I swear to God it is.
Have you got your 26 miles in today?
No.
Alright then, fire this race up.
Yeah, I'm going to need to get into a different car.
Okay, you take whatever car you want, and I need to get rid of this race up. Pit lane penalty.
Yeah, I don't have these shift points down at all. Okay, so
yeah, I think you probably got my message on the PlayStation Network, where hopefully I'll be able to order my new race wheel by the 5th, on the 5th, thereabouts, 5th, 6th. And I think for monetary purposes and for the fact that funds are tight-ish, I think I'll probably be going with the Logitech G923.
fair enough.
That being said, I'll need you to text me your address.
I came out of the pits without a penalty. Happy days.
And the reason for needing your address is a free G50. T150 is better than a no T150.
Okay, fair enough.
once we figure out how much the shipping costs is there.
And no, I do not recommend the shortcut on the grass, because that shortcut on the grass is not a shortcut.
Give you 1 second penalty. I do not recommend. There's something wrong with my VR headset today.
Are you sure you want me to start the race?
Yeah, go ahead. I just need to change my camera perspective a bit.
Alright, well, race is starting.
6 seconds away.
Yep.
3, 2, 1, yow. Hey, you need your miles. I don't need anything. I did all my miles today. So.
Yeah, you already did all your miles. You did all your miles on Sardinia with your Frankenstein. Alright.
That was some fun.
Okay, so this is actually a really good comparison for my viewers. Now, Cadal's not stringing, I believe,
No.
but now the McLaren has always been referred to as the baby Porsche, and Cadal is in the Porsche.
What are you in?
I'm in the McLaren.
The 650?
Yeah.
I don't know why anybody. I never heard that comparison in my life.
Yeah, Key says it all the time. Key has said it, Super GT has said it, quite a few people have said it.
I don't see the comparison. The McLaren is by far a different car. Have you ever compared the McLaren to, say, the Lamborghini Huracan? Yes. That I can understand that comparison. They have very much similar driving styles. I'm either going to need to mess up and get way further behind you, or I'm going to need to get ahead of you. One or the other. There we go. I think I'm maybe your turn here now. That looked painful.
Not something I would recommend, no.
And there he is, gone. Exit speeds, exit speeds. Just so your viewers know, that's where I struggle with exit speed. I was actually surprised. I was able to keep up with that one earlier too.
Well, that's good.
So that's considering he was in the Supra. That thing is fast on the straights.
Yes, it is.
That thing's like stupid fast on the straight stretch. Oh, it's a cowboy.
I can't believe I tapped the brakes there.
Who the heck is texting me now?
I don't know. I'm racing.
I don't either. I'm racing. It ain't you because you're racing with me.
Mm-hmm.
I seriously thought there was something wrong with my daughter when you texted me this morning. My eyes shot open. I sat up and went, oh, it's only mess.
It's only mess.
It's only mess.
Damn heathen.
He didn't know. There's a YouTube video that I watched this morning. It was put on by an older gentleman he reviews lots of stuff. Like he plays on a Logitech Direct Drive, and he did his open, honest review of Gran Turismo 7 in VR. With the end of his thing being game changer? Question mark. Uh-oh. Take a penalty for that one. Gets me. Oh yeah, 1.5 second penalty that I already had, and the auto drive gets me out of the bus stop chicane before I take over. Okay, so I found when I'm in a lobby with people that run subpar connection or moderate connectivity to both these and Sony servers for the race game, is when I have all my issues with my downshifting.
Okay. Well, since I gotta paint this man again, as soon as we're done, I can join you on your lobby with your connection.
Well, after this race, I have to go pick up my daughter, so. With that, I will enjoy having to hammer in my downshift. I've come to find out that it's actually it's not on my wheel's fault. So why am I getting a new wheel? Because my buddy Mez needs an intro wheel. And I will have the funds for it, and I do want an upgrade. I want something with a bit more force feedback. And until he gets his hands on his T300 that he wants, the T150 is a very good entry point. Especially if he's getting it for free.
Right.
I mean, we all grew up with hand-me-downs.
Right. Oh, yeah, I did.
Like, I had a pair of shoes one time in school that my oldest brother wore. He's 8 years older than I am. I have a brother between him and I. And both brothers wore those pair of shoes. But needless to say, by the time I got them, they had no sole. Technically, they had no insole. And they was busted apart at the seams. The laces wouldn't tie shut. And then I ruined my mother, threw a monkey wrench in my mother's plan. I wouldn't wear anything but high-top sneakers, and my siblings would not wear high-top sneakers. But she was like, oh, new sneakers for me.
Right.
Oh, I feel like I'm driving a brick. I do recall I said once before in either one of your streams or one of my streams that people should not drive cars overtired. It's a lot like being impaired.
Right.
I believe that was your stream and my stream. I think it was a synchronized stream.
Yeah, it was one of those where we were both streaming.
Right, I think that was the day you said, yeah, I'm going to go to work, and then I'll come home and I'll stream in the morning, and then I'll go to bed so I can get up and go to work. And I said, no, don't do that. You should stream in the afternoon. After you've had some rest, therefore, aka your driving's better, you're more alert, and so on and so forth. But I wanted to talk to Adawan. Yeah, well, Adawan should be here. And then Adawan tried to clear his entire schedule and ended up changing a tire.
Oh, is that what happened?
That's what happened. Something about having to take his mom's tires and winter tires off and put her summer tires on. And then he had company and he's like, come on guys, I gotta be on at 1.
Yeah, that didn't happen.
And then he missed you by minutes. Literally, by minutes. And I felt like crap because I was the one that told you not to.
That happens.
And, well, I didn't tell you. I recommended that you take my advice. And it did help your time, so I was all happy with that. And then they wiped the leaderboard. What did your old buddy Island think of the new physics?
I don't know. I haven't talked to him.
Oh. Figured he would have been.
Well, I mean, just like I said earlier in this stream, and you probably heard it when I got caught up, I mean, Monday will represent the first racing since the physics were introduced all week long. So everybody is pretty much having to do what we're doing now because our turn points have changed, our brake points have changed, and because whereas Group 3 got a nerf, Group 4 got a buff, so it doesn't matter what your preference is.
Group 3 really didn't get as much of a nerf as Group 2's got a massive nerf. Group 2's are way slower than they used to be. Like, cars' performance points changed by like 20 points on the average. Omega just put out a stream detailing a video detailing the changes in the Group 2 cars and their massive nerf. And the Group 3 cars is not really much of a nerf because, I don't know, I assume they all drive pretty much, so pretty balanced now.
Yeah.
like where a Porsche on this track can keep pace with a Supra, to me is pre these physics was impossible. Like, it was very hard. A Porsche driver had to be very, very good on the corners to keep ahead of the Supra on this track. And if the Supra driver was very, very good on the corners, the Porsche driver didn't stand a chance. Because that car is stupid ridiculous on the straight stretches. I know. That was my first best time, was set it. But I'm okay now. I'm happy I beat it. My best time with this car is 150.066. I'm quite happy with a 150.066.
Good deal.
Which is generally a pretty, when I'm paying attention and well rested, a pretty consistent time for me to the 150 mark. The 150 mark in my racing bracket is, I'm way too fast for them. Being demoted to that D lobby again. So I figure whenever my new wheel lands, I'll take all the shipping packages that they used to send my wheel, and I'll repackage it with my T150 here. And be forewarned that when you switch from controller to wheel, your times are going to slow down.
Oh, yeah.
But it's going to feel more natural. So your times will, like with me, I think it was the one run of Sardinia. My times were comparable, if not better than what they were. But then again, that makes sense, because when I played on the controller, I played with traction control set to 1, and all kinds of fun stuff. Lap 9. 3 laps to go. I've had a couple major foobars. Spell of auto drive. I had to check the beeping on my phone to make sure that it wasn't my daughter needing to go to the hospital or anything like that.
Understandable.
Yeah, if she wasn't sick, I wouldn't have worried. But
Right.
She was sick,
Oh, no, I get it. I get it.
Yeah, since she's sick, well, this is just more for audience purposes. As I think I talk more in your stream than I do my own.
You do.
I don't know why. I think I concentrate too hard when I'm on my stream, so I end up being quiet.
Yeah. Because you want to make a good showing.
I don't even know if it's so much as I want to make a good showing as I have nobody to talk to other than myself.
Right.
And I'm not as skilled at talking to myself as you are.
Well, I mean,
Like, you do a great job of hosting your show.
I thank you. I mean that sincerely. I thought I was actually rather boring.
No, you were actually rather entertaining. I can classify myself as boring in comparison. I have this weird thing in the back of my mind that I don't like talking to myself. Well, I do, but not in context of this is my podcast, this is my show, this is my broadcast, so on and so forth, and I can't be the host of it like a radio host, but I can co-host with somebody else, and then they get an actual sense of, hey, okay, so he's not as dull and entertaining as we thought he is. And I do never, ever try to stream when Sarge is on, because that's just arguments upon arguments upon arguments. He reminds me of a woman.
Remember, the comments made on the Mez show is not necessarily the views shared by the management.
Right, and this is the second time we've had that particular conversation.
This week.
This week.
Okay.
Yeah.
So are you going to set up a lobby later?
I may, depending on what my daughter decides she wants to do when she gets here.
Okay, the reason why I'm asking is because I'm looking at these times. They are fairly consistent, except of course whenever I'm serving a penalty. Then depending upon the penalty dictates what time is.
And that requires me to set up a lobby. Why?
Because then I can come back in here with the Huracan in a race and see how it does. Because yeah, I've got my fastest time in the AMG, but I'm still thinking in the long run, at the end, being in an MR car is still going to be the better way to go.
At the end of the day, I think the tire and the handling of the Huracan is going to be different from lap 8 through 12. If anybody paid attention to my stream the other day, not my stream, I didn't stream it. Never mind. Forget I mentioned that. If I had have streamed yesterday, then they would have noticed that Adawan and I were discussing tire wear from lap 8 through 12 and car handling between those laps. I think those are going to be the key laps of the race next week. Personally, I think lap 8 through 12 is going to be the laps that determine the winner. Because as the laps progress, if a person can manage their tire wear and keep their lap times consistent from 8 through 12, at least semi-consistent to their lap times from 1 through 8, then they're going to be the ones on top of the board this week. Make sense?
Yep.
Because out of all the cars I've driven around this track, the Porsche is the only car I can hold consistently on track without penalties 8 through 12. I mean, consistently 151 to 153.
I'm at a 149 to 154.
Like I said, 139, but you must have said 49.
49.
My best lap was a 151. And I'm sure that was early in the race. I don't know. The fellow that I was watching the review of the PSVR on, he was pointing out that, hey, the leaderboard lobby information is missing. Same thing I pointed out, that when you're in the race, there's no way to see the other players' positions.
Right.
That's missing. So he said he's hopes, and I sincerely do too, that they rectify that situation in the future, even if they have to put it as a little smaller bubble in the corner of the field of view on screen somewhere would be fine. But it needs to be there.
Right.
So 40.3 miles for that race. So that should have got your daily roulette ticket.
Yep. We got a lovely 3-star ticket.
Isn't that
So,
really nice when... there's a question for you.
yeah.
I know I apologize if any contact. Do you write that in every time? Or does that auto sync for you?
What's that?
Your message that says, I apologize if any contact.
Oh, yeah, that automatically pops up.
Okay, how the hell do you set that up?
Oh, you go into, okay, we'll do a tutorial real quick. Okay, so go up in the top left corner where the GT emblem is. Click on that.
Uh-huh.
Right underneath my page is options. Click on that.
Uh-huh.
And then use the R1 button, click it twice, go to profile.
Yeah.
And then greetings, which is on the top row in between your
Middle
refer.
right.
Yeah. And then you go in there.
And post race, and thank you. I had no idea.
Not a problem. Yeah, because I got to redo my page and all of that.
24 hours Le Mans. That's all photos of the wrong car. So I'm going to have to take a picture of my Porsche. That's going to have to be.
So your best
I
lap
have
was a
one.
151.07. My best lap was a 149.447.
I need my controller, though, apparently. So these wheels, the only thing they need to add to these wheels
Mm-hmm.
are possibly... That's an older photo, but that's okay. Are analog sticks.
Ah, okay. So I'm going to close down this track. Actually, do you want to quit? Yes.
I'm going to get kicked out of my options.
No, you shouldn't.
Yeah, I did.
Alrighty, so
But that's okay. I know where to go now where I didn't before. Oh, there's a nice new photo.
let's come over here to the roulette ticket. Do not give me the Mazda and do not give me the suspension. I got the suspension. For what?
You should have got the ask for the Mazda. It's worth more than the suspension.
Yeah. I got the fully customizable suspension for the Toyota GR Super RZ 2019. Okay, so wait a minute. Tuning parts. Oh, I do have engines.
Oh, yes.
I do.
Yes, you do.
I
You
need.
should because you have cafe books.
Alrighty, so I got one for the Nismo, I got one for the Escudo, I've got one for the R8, got a Hellcat Charger, got a GTR. It just says GTR, so. And then I've got a M64 911, I guess that one's a Porsche, and then I've got two Coyote Mustangs. Does it tell you what it fits in? Good stuff.
You got a what?
Oh, I need to figure out what I can put this stuff in, but it doesn't give me a list of when I click
What's
on
your first engine?
uh, the Coyote 5-liter Mustang motor.
Because that's a nice motor. Okay, hold on. I'll tell you. Number one search from GT Planet. Ford Coyote 5-liter Mustang goes in the Di Tommaso Pantera or the Ford Mustang Mach 1 71. The
Do I have an extra one of those?
the V8 Ford GT LM test engine goes in the Ford Focus. I have that one already put together.
Alrighty. Yeah, we will have to like Frankenstein me a car, and then I can see if I can do with a normal car what I did with a Group 3 car
I
on
didn't lap
Sardinia.
everybody.
No, you
Certainly.
lapped everybody but the top 5.
And I think with a little more practice with that particular car, yeah.
Yeah,
I
you'll
need
do
to
it. Which
I
is
need to do it
why.
I need to do a little bit of tinkering with the toe and camber of the tires so it holds better on the corners.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, it should be fine. All right, so yeah, your Coyote can go in the Di Tommaso,
Mm-hmm.
71 Pantera, or the 71 Mach 1. I'm going to assume you're going to put it in the 71 Mach 1.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it in the 71 Mach 1.
What other engines you got?
Actually, I backed out of that screen because you said you were gonna go get your daughter, so I didn't want to hold you up too long. Because I've got a total of 13 engines with
That's fine.
one duplicate. So
That's
now
fine.
I'm in the used car lot, seeing if I can find.
Did you know you can take the Hellcat Charger engine? Now I put it in the Challenger.
Yeah.
It can go in the Plymouth and it can go in the Jeep Willys. If I'd have known that, I would have bought the Willys.
So I guess we're looking for another vehicle to.
Yeah, I'll be looking for another Hellcat Charger engine out of a ticket. Oh yes, right. I was in the process of writing something.
I'm going to buy the DB3S53 because I'm sitting on 11 million credits and it's an Aston Martin.
Greetings, live at Kadal. YT, meaning YouTube, because you can't write YouTube in the chat box because it says inappropriate language.
What?
Apparently, tube and boob are too close together.
Okay. Do you want to get in this car now? No. I literally bought it just to add to the Aston Martin collection. It's a Ferrari. The shitbox.
It handles like a piece of shit. Shitbox. You can't say that about it. It's a Ferrari. But it handles like a piece of shit.
Yeah.
And,
Okay. Okay, so come over here to manufacturers. Aston Martin, I'm still missing some. But I've got all of the vintage Aston Martins, or the one vintage Aston, well, no, the vintage Aston Martins. The rest of these, I believe I can just go down and buy. Hang on, so I get rid of the bubble. Let me look at
Forte,
it.
Fortai or Tay?
AY, I believe. BMWs. I'm missing this little mamma jammer, which is one of the McLarens. Bugatti, I've got one, and I think I won this one
My
in a roulette ticket.
fancy greeting is Kadal, live at Kadal YT, YouTube. And my post-race greeting is, I think bumper cars is your forte.
I have all of the Chevys. I think I won that Citron. Yeah, I got it in a roulette ticket. Got all of the Dodges. Only a few Ferraris. I am missing the T-bucket still on the Ford. And then I will have that all done.
And once you get your tea bucket and you find your voodoo engine, you can turn it into a muscle bucket.
Which I plan on doing.
Me, very too, as soon as I get the tea bucket. I saw the 39 in there and I was like, oh, that's not a Ford.
Sad pandas.
Right. Alright, so I will return.
Alright.
And then I have to.
Okay. And he lost audio. Alrighty, so Cadol has gone off to get his daughter.
Very soon, yes.
And then I am going to do something that would
And
probably
just so
come
you
to
know, I really do enjoy my cup for VR.
good deal. Which
And
is
why
why
my
I
voice sounds
asked you.
funny now is because I'm talking through my PS5 controller.
Right, because PS5 you can do that.
Right. Which PS4 could have very easily did that too.
Okay, let's. This is such a bad
This
idea.
will work.
Alrighty. Okay, so just made a snap decision that we'll blame on the fact of I've been up for so long, but I'm going to go ahead and do it anyway. I'm going to prep the 2018 Ford GT to race next week. Do I have any cool designs already made for this car? Other than what I did to Widowman's. Yeah, I do. Cool. Alright. So... let's edit. So I've got the Gran Turismo, I've got the Aina Coffee, I've got the Blackman Heritage, I've got the FIA. I am missing Polyphony, and I am missing... I decided I'm going to start putting YouTube on all my race cars. So, yeah. So let's start with Polyphony. Well, no. Let's start with... And then we'll go to the banner, get rid of daddy. Alrighty. No. No. And wrong shade of blue. No. It actually doesn't look bad, but no. Maybe. Very first set of wheels I ever bought. I think I'm going to go with those. There we go. This is going to be Mez Racing's Group 3 car for next week. Mainly because it's, yes, I drive the Le Mans better. But I'm starting to think if I actually dedicate a week of just driving this car, I can get better with it. And I can learn all of the idiosyncrasies. Especially over the course of the past 2 months, because there have been a lot of occasions over the course of the past 2 months. Yes, it was the older physics, but there were times in the past 2 months that this car was in the top 100. And again, it's on a PS4. Okay, so yes, the Ford GT 2018 Group 3 race car will be my car next week. Now I just need to run it in a race, get some race photos, update my profile pictures, and all of that good stuff. Yep, that's what we're going to do. I believe, no, actually I don't think I have. Okay, I'll spend a little bit more money because, well, although, what I can do, to get the photos that I need to update. See, this is why I went through and I named this stream, uh, gave it today's date, uh, daily race T practice and other foolishness. Let it do, 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 let it do. Okay, so Kadal has put in a 136 in his 911. Globally, what are we looking at? 131 RS, M6, 911, Huracan, 6. Got a bet with a 131.8. $132.1 is the fastest GT. Okay.
But yes, I left it on when I left.
Okay.
Come on now, don't be cranky.
After the 100-meter board. I actually think I did try this car last time we were here in a Group 3 race.
Oh dear.
Oh, off into the rhubarb.
Mandible rhubarb.
Mandible rhubarb.
Careful, that stuff eats cars. Yeah, I hope my GT light frame survives the transition to the higher Newton forced wheel, considering I don't think that, I think that the T150 only has like 1 Newton meter force. So I chopped the top off my dwarf banana plant yesterday. I gave full. How well my leaves do growing in there, but they were growing and they were turning brown as fast as they were growing, so I chopped them all off. Cut the stalk down a little so you can cut it pretty much flat to the soil and it'll regrow.
Cool.
Blippi, you say? Uh-huh. Blippi and the dinosaurs. Want to take your jacket off? And maybe your boots? There's Rainbow Bunny. There you go. Uh-huh. Where's the T-Rex? Create room. Load settings. Load Watkins, Glen. Changed my new cover page too, so I have a picture of my Porsche.
Oh, cool.
My YouTube plug on it. I guess I can. My fears. I need to find a buffing solution so I can buff lens scratches. I have a scratch in my VR lens caused by the lens of my glasses.
Uh-huh.
So the two of them rubbing together. Okay, so settings, assists, automatic. Change the controller physics.
Okay, so and on that note, well, I'm just going to go ahead and end my stream right there.
Did something really good, did you?
No. For those of you that have been hanging out this long, thank you very much. I do greatly appreciate it. I'll let Kadal do his little thing since he loves to do it on this.
What? Who?
I'm,
You seem to forget that, hey, I'm only running on about 2% brain power right at the moment.
oh,
Yeah, so for all of you, from all of us, we love you. Bye.
that'll work.
That'll work.